Okay, how we doing, people? Today we're gonna touch up on where do you want to be at in the trucking industry. Okay, I hear a bunch of different things and a bunch of different aspects. So, um, everything is a process and everything take time. So, ain't no wrong with being a company driver. Nothing wrong with being an owner operator. Nothing wrong with lease purchase. Nothing wrong with being a small trucking company. Nothing wrong with being a fleet. It just depends on where your journey take you and where your finances bring you. So every part of the individual I just named have its time of the process to build to move up the ladder. So I'm just touching up on this because I speak on a lot of about the authority situation because that's what the part of the game that I'm in. But I hear some people saying they don't want to drive for the people who they driving for now. But it's nothing wrong with that. It's just with other part of the trucking industry come other responsibilities. So a company driver, we start with first. You just go to work every day. You don't have to worry about nothing but picking up and dropping off and which way you going and drive safe, don't have an accident, and report to them if anything going on wrong with the truck because they don't know what's going on with the truck because you drive the truck. You responsible for checking your truck out every morning and during the day and look at it from a distance, see if anything leaking, anything smoking or whatnot. You're responsible for that as a driver. That's part of your duty, your job description. And if you're doing so some companies they have team drivers. To drive for yourself as a solo driver. Team drivers is when two people are on a truck and they drive 2,200 hours a day. One driving, one sleeping. So, you cover more area, more miles like that, you know. So, um, preferably you want to be on a truck with somebody that's clean, that take baths every day and that's clean because you're gonna be on a truck and it's just like being in a small house or a confined area and everybody need to be clean, wash their hands, whatnot, etc. So then you have owner operator. Some owner operators leased on to companies, and being leased on to a company is not a bad thing. Somebody got to do it. Leasing on to a company to get your feet wet, to get experience, it's not a bad idea because we don't want to just jump off into something and we don't know the aspects of everything because it could cost you. And from there, we have an owner operator lease purchase. So, owner operator lease purchase, the tricky thing about that is you have to work a certain amount to make sure you meet that quota to do that split for yourself, the company, and your fuel bill and your insurance and your escrow. Because they're gonna make you take out an escrow for that truck. Because if anything goes on wrong with that truck, they want to make sure the money is there to cover the repairs for the maintenance or the breakdown. And the only other downside about lease purchase sometimes they have their favorite people, so you gotta play it cool. Play it cool till you get to the point to where your truck paid for or whatnot. Cause people act funny. They don't tell you stuff. They just do stuff. And every action has a reaction, cause and effect. So, um, you just gotta make sure you cover yourself on every end of the game when it come down to the lease purchase. Cause even I had to walk away from one of them because I don't like nobody to be over me and watching me. They put a camera in the inside the truck for small drive, and they got a camera facing both sides. If it's camera facing the inside of that truck, they watch you. Trust me, believe me, I know it. They can show you on the video. They showed me on the video through the email. And the only thing I was doing was looking at my GPS and listening to YouTube or whatever, but they found a problem with that. So that didn't work out for me. And that just was the second truck I was purchasing because I sold one of my other trucks and I was taking a break. So, but that ain't work out for me. And I heard some other stories with some other people say, "Oh, I almost finished paying for the truck and they're not working me now." So they control your money. So that's another thing versus a lease purchase situation. And then we have straight on operator, your own authority. And you're responsible for everything. Everything. You can't get no maintenance loan from the company, none of the other perks. Not too many tire programs you could get on your own, none of that. You're gonna pay for your own insurance, your own fuel, you're gonna do your own escrow, all of that. You're gonna be responsible for everything. All your filing, all your update, you're gonna have your system, or you're gonna have to have someone that's working with you to take care of all these types of things because it's gonna have to get done. All your filings through the Secretary of State, all your compliance filing with the FMCA, your drug screen, all of that. And that's the difference between being an owner operator through companies and being a driver. On operator, you're responsible for a whole lot more everything. You get the money, but you got all the responsibilities and the headaches too, because it ain't always easy. It ain't always good. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just like with anything. Just like it be sunny outside and it rain and it storm and hurricane, everything. So then you have people that have a bigger size, not a smaller company, but a bigger company. They call it a fleet after you have 3 or 4 trucks. And the insurance company not gonna tell you got your own authority and you have multiple trucks, they you're a fleet after that. So they're gonna treat you different, and all the add trucks and drop trucks, they don't wanna hear none of that. So you gotta be wherever you at, that's how many trucks you gotta maintain to be at. Cause they're not gonna just be letting you take trucks off the insurance and you got 3, 4 trucks and you wanna drop one, they don't really be too excited about that. They want to keep that money coming. Then they start acting different with you. They don't tell you. They start taking longer to answer the phone and everything, you know. And then we got people that got 5 and 10 trucks. It's just more responsibility. And all these trucks, you're not gonna be able to do everything by yourself. You're gonna have to pay some people to do X, Y, Z. You're going to pay somebody to help dispatch. You're going to pay somebody, of course, you're going to have to pay a mechanic to help service these trucks. You're going to have your own shop, your own yard, your own office. You're going to have all of that. And I'm not talking about an office from the house. I'm talking about an office that you go outside your house, with a yard attached to it somewhere, So it's just different aspects of the game of the trucking industry where you want to be at. I know people be complaining about being a driver, being an owner operator, but